وذكر فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وآله. Some people who practice والعياذ بالله, they practice the shirk. When they hear the people of Sunnah reciting to them the verse about the shirk, they say this is the way of Khawarij, using the verses which was revealed concerning the case of the mushrikeen, and you're using it against the Muslims. They say this is the way of Khawarij. And this is, they say, what Ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma, he talked about when he said about the Khawarij, that they took verses about the kuffar and they applied to the Muslims. ذهبوا بآيات نزلت في الكفار فنزلوها على المسلمين أو كما قال رضي الله عنه. So Ibn Umar said the Khawarij, they took a verses which was about the disbelievers and they use it for the Muslims. This is the way of Khawarij. Therefore they say you don't use any ayah about shirk to a Muslim. What is the response to that? So you don't mention any ayah about shirk to stop, to advise a Muslim to stop making a shirk, because this verse was revealed to the disbelievers. Is their argument sound? Some of you say yes, some of you say no, unless the question is not clear. Why is not sound their argument?
Allah orders us to tell His message.
Allah orders us to tell His message, to remind the people.
One of the names of the Quran, the reminder.
Naam. Dhikrun. Quran is dhikr. But the question, is it clear? Their concern? You recite a verse about the mushrikeen and you apply it to the Muslims. This is what Ibn Umar said about the Khawarij. What is the response to that? Naam.
The ayats concerning shirk are general for Muslim and non-Muslim, whereas the ayah that the Khawarij used are used for specific situations.
The verse is talking about the shirk, Akhuna Hamza said, is general to everyone who commits shirk. But the verse that Ibn Umar was talking about was specific. That's Hamza's answer. طيب, Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, as in Sahih al-Bukhari, one night he came to Ali radiallahu anhu and to Fatima radiallahu anha, the daughter of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam reminded them to pray tahajjud, to pray salah night time instead of sleeping. What Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, who remember? Ali said radiallahu anhu, our soul is in the hand of Allah. If Allah said it, let it go to pray salah, we go and pray. If not, it is Allah, our hearts is in Him. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what he said? He recited ayah of the Quran and he left it. He said, وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ أَكْثَرَ شَيْءٍ جَدَلًا. Man is the most argumentative person. Creation. The human, they argue. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam left it. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. This verse was revealed unto who? First, the ayah was revealed to who? To the disbelievers. The verse is Makkah. Allah sent this ayah in Makkah about the disbelievers who argue. However, regardless how much their concern is answered, their doubt is removed, they still have arguments. The same verse Prophet ﷺ used for Ali radiallahu anhu. And Sahaba.
So we can say that Ali is Muslim?
Yes?
Can you say that Ali is Muslim?
No. So Prophet ﷺ, he used the same ayah which was revealed to the disbelievers for Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. So it should be known, first of all, the ulama, they say, al-ibrah bi'umum al-lafzi la bi khusus al-sabab. When it comes to the Quran, the Sunnah, the consideration is not the reason the verse was revealed. It's not the reason the hadith was mentioned, rather the generality of the meaning. Means anyone who does what those Quran was revealed were doing, whether it's argument, whether it is shirk, whether it is arrogance, whatever it may be, anyone who does it, the verse applies to. If that person, if the verse is about shirk and kufr, then it applies to whoever does shirk and kufr. If the person is about sin and argument, we know the argument is not one type. The jidal is not one type. There is jidal which is tawheed. وَجَادِلُوا بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. You have to make jidal. What's jidal in English? Yes. Jidal? Jadal? Argument. Okay. Some of the argument is tawheed. Some of the argument is shirk. وَجَادَلُوا بِالْبَاطِلِ لِيُدْحِدُوا بِهِ الْحَقِّ. Some of the argument is not shirk and it's not tawheed. It is a sin. Some of the argument is permissible. It's not tawheed. Someone, you said you took my pen. No, I didn't take it. You argue with him. It's not about tawheed. It's not about shirk. It's permissible if you are arguing on haqq. And if he's arguing on falsehood, it's not. So, the ayah, وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ أَكْثَرَ شَيْءٍ جَدَّلًا. Man, he's the most argumentative one. It's because Ali radiallahu anhu, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he said, pray tahajjud, Ali said, my soul is in the hand of Allah. If Allah let it go, he will pray. If not, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he agreed with Ali that. Radiallahu ta'ala anhu. So, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used it. It's not he is making takfir. When the kuffar, they make the argument to oppose the truth, to deny the truth, to distinguish the light of Allah, to them their argument is shirk and kufr. Is this understandable? So this is a doubt. The Sufiya and the like, they use it to stop Ahlul Sunnah calling them to Tawheed. They say, you using the verse which was sent down to the kuffar, you using against the Muslims, so you are on the path of Khawarij. Ibn Umar ahead of time mentioned to you. No. Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, who was he talking about? People who using a verse which was revealed to the kuffar in a way, to the Muslims in a way they don't match the disbelievers. For instance, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. The one who doesn't rule by what Allah revealed is kafir. Allah revealed this ayah on who? On the Jewish. That is the origin of the ayah. إِنْ أُوتِيتُمْ هَذَا فَخُذُوهُ وَإِنْ لَمْ تُؤْتَوْهُ فَحْذَرُوا. They say, go to the messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they talk about, go to him, let him judge between us. If he says this, accept it from him, what they want. If he say no, the other reject it. So anyone who rejected the rule of Allah, doesn't believe it, the ayah applies to it. Is this understandable? So these Khawarij, they take the ayah and they apply it to someone who believes the rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and doesn't reject anything, but he committed a sin. He believed the rule of Allah that drinking alcohol is haram. he drinking, he feel guilty. And they apply this ayah against that one. No, this one, even though he didn't apply the rule of Allah into action, but he applied the rule of Allah into aqidah, in the creed. He believes he is sinful. He's asking Allah forgiveness. He feel guilty. Unlike those who didn't believe the ayah of Allah in aqidah wise. So they take the verse which is about the kuffar in a way of them denying the rule of Allah and rejecting it and not believing it, and they apply to a Muslim who believes the rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala but that doesn't practice into action. So now this is using the ayah of the kuffar to the Muslims. But if they use the ayah of the same ayah, that the Muslims, they don't judge by the rule of Allah, but they are sinner because they didn't act according to the rule of Allah, they're right. That's the meaning of the ayah for the Muslim. Therefore, Ibn Abbas, what he said, kufrun duna kufrin. The ayah applied to someone who doesn't judge by the rule of Allah, but he believes the rule of Allah is haqq. You use the ayah, but not in a way of making kafir, making takfir, but in a way of saying he is sinful. Is this understandable? But these people, they have so many doubts to oppose the truth. Oh, he using the ayah. Khawarij, Ibn Umar mentioned to you ahead of time. In this case, you will not, the Quran is only for Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab then. Quran is only for Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab. Quran is for to the last of the human. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا كَافَّةً لِلنَّاسِ. والله أعلم وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد.